So. You ready to go? Or?
Yep, Thanks everybody for coming. We're going to start off. Alex will make an opening statement, and then we'll have a photo opportunity where he presents some material, and then we'll open it up to questions. So, Alex?
Obviously, really exciting day for us. I think the release went out that, Matt agreed to a long-term extension be with the Atlanta Braves. Cannot thank Matt, his family, Jet Sports, BB Abbott. We worked on it all day, all night. I haven't gotten a whole lot of sleep, so to BB directly, I really appreciate the work, and to Matt for you wanting to commit and to be with us and be here and be part of this core. It's exceptionally exciting with everything else, and hopefully we're going to continue to be a very competitive club. So with that, we'll do the hat and the jersey, but tremendous day, and also more importantly, Terry McGurk, our chairman. He obviously has to sign off on all these things, and again, Terry, I appreciate all the support. Obviously, this has been a lot of work in a short period of time, a big commitment on behalf of the Braves, and we couldn't have done it without Terry as well. So with that, Matt, thrilled to have you join the Braves.
Yeah, thank you.
Hat.
Thanks, sir.
You guys want to take photos now, or
You guys good?
A couple buttons, or
should he turn or anything?
Sure. Yeah.
The name?
There you go.
All right. Floor is yours.
All right, guys, we'll open it up to questions.
Mark, obviously, the extension was, when you heard about the trade, it seemed like a likely possibility. When did you guys start thinking about it? And did you actually have it in mind when the deal was made?
Yeah, I mean, look, the fact that, I'm very proud of what we have here in Atlanta. I know it's a desirable place to play, and that's the environment that we have here. So, the fact that Matt was from Atlanta, we've had a competitive club, that was certainly going to be important. But the minute we made the trade, I told Matt, obviously we're excited to have him and so on, and we want to keep him here long term. And I told him my next call was going to be to his agent, and, we wanted to get serious about getting something done. And I called BB Abbott right after, and I said, look, I'd love to be able to, I said, we will come with a big offer. We will be very aggressive, and we'd love to have something done by tomorrow at 1 if we can. And obviously Terry was in town, and it was easy to work with him. And it was late night, it was long, but I think it was important that once Matt got into this clubhouse, into this community, that everybody knew that this was a long-term thing, and he was going to be now one of our core players with the Acuñas and the Albys and the Rileys and Swansons and so on, and Max and all these other guys that we have here, Ian Anderson and so on. So, he's now part of this core. He's one of the group, and knowing that he wanted to be here was important to us. And the fact that they work with us in a short period of time, I'm really elated. It says a lot about them, and certainly and Terry as well, to make the commitment that we did.
Alex, before you made the trade, did you have an idea that you might be interested because he's from Atlanta and that kind of thing?
I mean, look, we knew we were giving up a ton, and we knew we were getting a great player. So, look, there's no doubt our hope was that we were going to be able to keep him long-term. We felt good about the fact that, I think being from here was certainly going to have a perkin. But I think, I don't want to speak for Matt, but, a lot of times being a good club is important too. So I thought we had the best of both worlds, and I felt good about it. And obviously I knew we were going to be competitive from a financial standpoint, what we were going to be willing to do. And I'm glad we were able to get it done.
Mark?
Matt, what have these last few months been like? Obviously you're hearing these rumors. Are you saying, I hope it happens? Although I'm not saying you're saying I don't want to be with the A's, but if it happens, is this what you wanted? And where were you, and what was your reaction when it did happen?
yeah. So we were having the first official workout with A's yesterday, and David Forrest called me and said, we can't let you go out there. There might be something going on, and don't want you to tweak anything, and something goes down. So started getting a little tenser then, but shoot, I was telling somebody this past week with lockout, getting out to Arizona to be with the A's, kind of on pins and needles a little bit, and then finally something happened getting here. It's been definitely a whirlwind, but I'm happy it's happening, and this is the place.
Matt, when the trade was made, did you immediately think, this might be a place that I'd want to stay long-term? Were you hoping that they'd come right at you with the offer?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was it was a whirlwind afterwards. I think it was a quick decision, but when you look at everything, every box is checked here. Obviously, winning World Series, got a big young core. It's my hometown. Family lives in Atlanta. There's just, the list could go on and on. And to be able to get a long deal done and something that I've always kind of wanted to do in the hometown is something I jumped at.
What's the reception been like from your family and friends knowing this news?
They've been going crazy, kind of. My parents are extremely happy and proud, and it's different. I've been on the West Coast my whole career, so they're pretty stoked to be able to come to Truist and watch some games and be a little more involved.
Matt, how does one handle the pressure and expectations of not only playing at home, but replacing Freddie Freeman?
Yeah, I think I was sure that was going to come up. Freddie's obviously an amazing player, and it's just not going to affect what I come here and do. I'm here to be Matt Olson, and that's all I can really control. So control the controllables, come out here, play my game, and try to play some winning baseball.
And for those who weren't watching West Coast baseball, who is Matt Olson? What is he all about?
Oh, all right. Well, I pride myself on defense for sure. I know first base isn't, the flashiest, sexiest position, but I take pride in being able to pick guys up on bad throws and make some plays, keep some ERAs down, and I obviously want to be a middle of the lineup guy and drive guys in, produce runs.
Matt, you're trading one A on your cap for another. This one's your hometown A. Tell me about that transition, and you have to get right to work.
Yeah. I mean, we knew this stuff was going to be quick here with the lockout and everything kind of compressed, and hearing things all off season about potential trades and things like that. So kept in the back of the mind that being somewhere else was probably more likely than staying in Oakland. And, it is his business. You got to be professional and find a new spot to go play. And, I'm just excited to be here and get in the clubhouse, shake some of the guys' hands, and get out there tomorrow and start doing baseball.
Matt, some of the challenges you face will be easier because it is your hometown and you have the connection with Chipper and BMAC, and is that going to make it easier?
Yeah, I think it does soften the blow of a new place a little bit. My wife and I just bought a house and just got married in Atlanta. We're very familiar with the area and people around it and Braves fans. So, like I said yesterday in an interview, if I was going somewhere, this is the place I want to go.
Maria?
Matt, you keep talking about hometown returning to Atlanta. Was it initially kind of surreal that you're saying, I'm going to be with the Braves, my hometown team, for a long period of time, or what was the initial reaction when that was all unfolding?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I might still be going through what it feels like, but obviously excitement to start. I grew up a Braves fan until the day I was drafted by the A's. I kind of couldn't do that anymore, but I watched Chipper, Maddox, Smoltz, Glavine, all these guys go up, and I was the kid in the stands at the Braves game, so it was see the jersey, see the number, put this on, so really excited.
Matt, what's been the just emotional and mental grind of the last 24 hours? I mean, just getting into A's camp, the rumors were around, you get the call from here, side to side on the dotted line. I mean, that's a lot every day. I mean, how much sleep did you get, and what was, I guess, the biggest, challenge of all of that happening?
Yeah, not a lot of sleep. I got a couple off and on naps on the plane out here, but it was a lot. But it was all things that made complete sense to me and my family, and what we saw our future being like. So I'm very grateful that Alex and BB were able to hash this out so quickly, and both sides kind of were just on the same page from the start. So something that I'm stoked about.
Justin?
Given what you experienced in Oakland, now being ready to signing the extension, what does it mean to you to be somewhere that's trying to win now and where they're trying to keep that window open?
It speaks a lot. I know things are clearly a little different in Oakland from what I that's all I've known. So I do respect, obviously this organization is going for it and they want to win, and they'll do the measures that it takes to win. So not talking down to Oakland, but I understand that they have some financial restrictions, and that's how they go sometimes. So like I said, I'm glad to be in this organization now and be here for a long time.
Mark?
Take us back to that junior year of high school, senior year of high school, when the Jason Hayward and Freddie Freeman era began. What's your excitement level as a Braves fan now?
Yeah, I mean, I still remember the pitch and the homer that Hayward hit. That's how off of Zambrano, little two-seamer he hit into the bullpen. I mean, I was very much a Braves fan, and it, like I said, I still don't know if it's sank in quite yet, but I'm very, very honored to throw this jersey on, join a big young core that has already proven themselves.
Were you equally excited when Freddie, kind of came on the scene the next year too, just your first baseman?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously a lot of similarities. A big lefty hitter, righty thrower. So, I watched a ton of Freddie and Hayward, and Frank Hoare went to Parkview, so I was locked into a lot of dudes.
Buster in the back?
Matt, when you were talking about the whirlwind of this, and what do you remember about what you were thinking when Alex mentioned to you the idea of coming at you with a big offer right away, and when BB gave you the numbers that are attached to that? Just walk us through what you were thinking, because those are, I mean, to go from where you were to that, pretty amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, the stars kind of aligned perfectly. It was one of those where I had to double take, say, wait, what'd you say? Like I said, it's hometown, just bought a house there, just got traded there, and you want to go ahead and ink a deal and give me some security to be there for a while. And it was just yes the whole way, and something that I was very pumped to do.
Can you relate the conversation that you had when you hung up the phone after he told you the numbers? Who were the first person you told, and what was the reaction you got?
Well, we talked, me and my wife talked, and me and BB, and it was just like, what what's to say no to here, kind of. I can keep going on and on, but to be able to be in a place, have some financial stability, have some stability of, you're going to be in a place for a while, and that place being where you grew up with family around, and definitely not last, but a hell of a baseball team. So I'm very pumped.
You bought the house before the trade?
Yeah. So I mean, we've been living in Atlanta every off season. We closed on a house in August. So I was telling somebody we were worrying about who's going to be getting the mail and stuff this year, but we don't have that issue anymore.
Do you mind saying where, or is it in the burbs up in the Lilburn area?
It's inside the perimeter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your parents still live in Lilburn, that area?
They do.
And what about family? How many other family you got in the area of Atlanta?
My wife's family's in Johns Creek. My brother's living in London right now, but we're trying to recruit him back.
Is this just overwhelming for you? I mean, this is probably something you dreamed about someday playing for the Braves, right?
Yeah. I don't know if overwhelming is the word. I think that whirlwind is the perfect thing that I keep going back to, but I'm sure when all this slows down, it'll set in, and get out on the field with the guys and just go play some baseball.
Have you talked to Frenchie at all?
He texted me yesterday. Nice little text. He's always popping in every once in a while saying what's up. So he's a good dude.
Jason?
Matt, you're sitting in a room where there's a big display of Chipper on one wall and Dale Murphy on another. How aware are you of the way the culture in this franchise has been passed down from one generation to the next? And how do you feel about being a part of taking that baton and continuing to pass it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's something I'm fully aware of, being a guy growing up there and watching these guys do it for such a long time, and being loyal to the club and staying there, and really having a legacy. And it's something that I take pride in, and something that I would want to do as well. And it seems that sports are kind of going a little away from that nowadays. Kind of a lot of turnover, especially NBA, NFL, stuff like that. But I've always been a fan of the guys. Maybe it's because I watched Chipper and these guys do it, their whole career in Atlanta. But I've always been a fan of those guys that stick it out with one club and make a legacy.
Andrew was telling us this morning there's a chance you guys almost were roommates at Vandy.
Yeah.
How much will you lean on him going to the hometown kid playing for the hometown team?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have some questions, maybe some ticket questions for him. See what's up with that. But yeah, I've known Dansby since high school. We were going to go to Vandy together. It's somebody who's obviously established here and does a lot here. So I'm sure if I have any questions, he'll help me out.
Any final ones, guys? Mark?
When you got married in November, and that rumors are already circulating at that point in time, was there any point in time you had a family member or friend said, well, this is it'd be perfect?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were joking. My wife and I were joking for a while. It was going to happen as we were walking down the aisle. We kept saying BB was at the wedding. He was going to call it off and say, hey, we got some breaking news here. But we made it through the wedding, no drama there, and did some better timing here.
What's your wife's name?
Nicole.
How's it spelled? With an H or no?
Nicole.
That?
What was just the perception from the West Coast looking at this team, obviously winning it all? Just what did you think of it, and just to be a part of it with a chance to run it back? Yeah, I mean, we really I hadn't played the Braves since 2017, so a lot of guys hadn't run into for a while. I know that the team was not necessarily favored going into the playoffs, and for them to go out and produce the way they did, that was it was honestly part of the reason that I wanted to do the long-term thing as well. A ton of fight in this team from what I could watch, and I'm excited to get in the clubhouse and feel that.
Yeah, Matt, I have a quick question. Braves Country is a loyal group of people, and they love their players. So what do you want to tell Braves Country when it comes to your commitment, your style of play, your off-the-field presence? What do they need to know about you that you're going to bring to the team?
I'm pretty simple. I try to be a professional, show up every day, ready mentally, physically. I want to be in the lineup every day as much as possible, and go out there and play the game the right way, and hopefully that leads to a bunch of wins.
Buster?
Being a first baseman, you get a chance to talk to everybody. What do you think it's going to be like the first time Freddie Freeman and you?
I don't know. We'll have to see what's up there.
Anything else, guys? Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lee.
Sure, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it.